All right, so for 4.3, dealing with credit cards, the first part here is very much to be individually done. All these things are kind of researchy, so that is up to you to determine with the help of the internet different fees that are charged for different credit cards and what those kind of credit cards or incentives, like the programs are. Over here, I will read this through though. So often interest is charged only on overdue credit card balance, but the interest is charged from the date of purchase and not the due date. So that's something to kind of make note of. A credit card user who always pays the entire bill on or before the due date can often use the credit card at no cost. So if you're paying everything on time fully, so you have $600 on your credit card and you pay the $600, you can use that credit card with no cost, but you will build up a credit rating, which would be a good credit rating because you're paying everything off. All right, so here, this one I'll go through with you. It's reading the credit card statement. So here, Bob paid $648.93 for car repairs last month for this credit card. A portion of his latest credit card statement is shown. So how much interest was he charged last month? So this is where the interest is. And you can see that it says $0. So he had paid everything off. So this over here is showing everything that was paid, which was the exact sum that was due. Now it's how much does Bob currently owe? Oh, so currently owing is here. So he currently owes $648.93. If his available credit, so down here is available credit, is 4,351.07, what is his total spending limit? So total spending limit includes what you've already spent. So 4,351.07 plus his current balance that he has to pay off this time around. And that will give us a limit of $5,000. Based on the rate shown, how often is interest calculated on unpaid balance? So the rate is right here, and it says per day. So every day gets calculated. So Bob pays for the car repairs on the 15th. Calculate the interest that Bob will be charged if he is 1 day late with his next payment. So we'll calculate what it is for 1 day to start with. So if you have the total sum, and then his interest rate is 0.0578%. So this is how much, oopsies, this is how much per day he gets charged on interest for that one. Okay. If he's being charged, so he had October 15th is when he paid it, and his thing is due October 31st. So if he's a day late paying that, then they'll be, okay, here's how much you owe us in interest. Now remember, interest is charged from the day you made the purchase. So it is going to be 15 days later. Now, we'll add that calculation in here. So you'd have 15 days. So 336 times 15. So roughly $5 is what he'd get charged. Now, if Bob only makes the minimum payment, what will his unpaid balance be? All right, so if Bob makes only the minimum payment and his minimum payment is $10, then what is his unpaid balance? So let's figure that one out. So we had 648.93 minus the $10 is going to be 638.93. Now, we're going to calculate the interest charge for 1 day, just for 1 day on this unpaid balance. So not for the fact that he was late. So we're going to just do the first part of this here. So not that big of a difference when you think about the fact that these are pennies, like 0.3308 instead of 0.336. To note that this is also per day. So if he just didn't like pay the whole thing off, he would be charged interest times 15 days as well. Finally, here, number 5, many retailers often credit cards to their customers. So research the features of a credit card from each type of retailer. Now, the retailer is like a company, not a bank. So they would pair with a bank, but it is the companies. So you need to go look up a department store that would have one. For example, the Bay has one. Gasoline retailer, electronic, and furniture. So I will leave that one up to you.